This is for those people who say that being gay is anti-Christian, that God forbids people to be gay. Everyone's free to their own interpretation of the Bible. That is true. And some interpret it as saying that being gay means you're going to hell, and some interpret it quite differently. Regardless of your interpretation, I wouldn't be going around saying that gay people are going to hell unless you also believe that all the following are also sins, and that anyone who participates or do these things are also going to hell. Also, let me note that a majority of these things are punishable by death. In Leviticus, it discusses that you should not be eating or touching the carcass of animals that do not have divided hooves. This includes pigs. So therefore, football is out, rugby is out. In Leviticus 25:23, it talks about you are not supposed to sell land permanently. So I guess if you buy a place to live, a house, a land structure, you can never sell it because that is against the Bible. Have you ever worked on the Sabbath? Because that's a big no-no. Leviticus 19:32. Not standing in the presence of elders. Have you ever been in a room where there was someone who was older than you there, and you didn't stand for them? That's a sin. Leviticus 19:28. Tattoos are a big no-no. In Leviticus 19:23, it says eating fruit from a tree that you've planted within the past 4 years is a sin. In Leviticus 19:27, trimming your beard and cutting your hair at the sides is a sin. Have you ever heard a rumor and decided to, tell someone else about it? Leviticus 19:16, spreading slander. Gossip. Spreading slander is against the Bible. Have you ever sought revenge or held on to a grudge? Leviticus 19:18. Hey farmers out there, have you ever planted different seeds in the same field? Leviticus says that's a big no-no. Have you ever crossbred an animal? That's a no-no too. How about mixing fabric of clothing? Have you worn fleece and corduroy at the same time, or lace and silk? That's against the Bible too. Have you ever said, oh my God, or God damn it? I just sinned right there. Leviticus 19:12. Leviticus 19:11. Lying. I hope you've never lied in your life because that is a huge sin. In the Bible, there's no white lies. Lying is lying regardless of the situation or circumstance. Ever slept with the girl in her period? Well, that is very gross and also against the Bible. Hey ladies who have had babies, have you ever gone to church within 66 days of having your baby girl or within 33 days of having your baby boy? That's not okay. God doesn't want you there when you just had a baby. Have you ever let your hair be messy? Having your hair unkempt is against the Bible. God wants you to look pretty, gosh. Leviticus 5:2, touching an unclean animal. Has your dog ever gone outside and gotten all dirty and it came inside and you gave it a bath? Well, when you touched it before you gave it a bath, it was dirty. And therefore, that's a sin. Have you ever drank alcohol in a holy place? Leviticus 3:17. There's a big no-no to eating fat. Have you ever ordered a meal and there was a little bit of fat in it and you accidentally swallowed it? Have you found lost property and not returned it? Now here's everyone's favorite to quote. Leviticus 18:22. Having sex with a man as one would do with a woman. Hence, gay sex. Now, if you have done one or more of the above that I have listed, maybe you should stop quoting 18:22 and work out your own sins. There are so many rules in the Bible, and unless you do every single one of them, I would suggest you stop quoting 18:22 and start working on your life. I mean, you are a sinful person. You shave. Come on. My pastor says that God is smarter than the Bible. The world has evolved, and I'm sure that God has evolved. I'm sure that he won't send you to hell because you love football. Just like he won't send me to hell because I'm in love with a woman. He made me this way. And God does not make mistakes.